This project is way over budget
That
already.
wasn't in our contract. That was your responsibility.
What do you mean you're shutting us down? I cannot finish
I'll
on
see you
time.
in court, buddy.
It's a nightmare of every construction project, big or small. Delays, disputes, cost overruns, lawsuits. It's almost become a way of life for the building industry, but it doesn't have to be. How would you like to finish your project on time, within budget, and at top quality? It's not just a pipe dream, it's happening now, thanks to partnering. This revolutionary approach to construction projects is working. It's speeding up the process, improving the quality, and almost eliminating the costly litigation that plagues big construction.
The first thing that we saw, or I saw, that was very positive about it was that it was truthfully taking us back to some values and some ways of doing business that we had definitely in the past, but that many of us in the industry, both on the side of the owner as well as the contractor, had gotten away from.
We tell them that this is a new strategy using an ancient concept.
Construction consultant Herbert Chalk discovered partnering just 4 years ago. And since then, Herbert Chalk & Associates has demonstrated its effectiveness in their home base of Hawaii and beyond.
This concept is one that you know, that you've used in every part of your life. It goes down to the very, very fundamental relationship between men and women, their families, your friends. We all partner to some extent in our lives. We need to partner on the job site.
What does partnering on the job site involve? And how can it help your project proceed more smoothly? Partnering addresses some of the biggest pitfalls in large construction projects: delays, cost overruns, poor quality, litigation. Things that happen when contractors and subcontractors who don't know each other well operate in an atmosphere of suspicion, defensiveness, fear of blame, territoriality, normal human traits that can be deadly on the job site.
We had a relationship with our contractors which was not using communication as well as it should have. It was approaching being adversarial. We monitored contractors very tightly, and they resented us inhibiting their progress in some cases.
But partnering unites all the players in a construction project and commits them to be part of a team from the very beginning. The architects, managers, engineers, designers, subcontractors, all gather in a retreat away from the office. Retreats can last from 1 to 3 days. The importance is the quality of the time spent. During a partnering retreat, participants complete exercises like building a Tinker Toy model while learning to work together as a team.
Okay, so how we're gonna do this? With one person.
Group discussions are designed to establish a cooperative approach to the coming project so that all the players are working with each other for a common goal. They develop mechanisms for resolving disputes at the lowest levels before they erupt into major disagreements, and they learn to anticipate and deal with problems before they happen. They all formulate and sign a project charter with a mission statement affirming the goals of the project and their commitment to meeting those goals.
There's very few things in partnering that anyone would object to. It really doesn't rewrite your contract. It does not take away any of your rights. It's just trying to do a certain mindset that you're going to be cooperative and build things as a team and use certain avenues of communication and certain avenues of disputes resolution available to you.
Although partnering is a new approach to an established industry, you'd be surprised at how willingly it's embraced.
One thing I can say about the partnering, it really gets me to know what's happening out in the field.
And I think that the partnering has really helped the whole group come together and work as a group.
Personally, I found this to be the most rewarding job I've ever worked on, because I think everyone has worked together, to get the job done, and I think this cooperation really has come from the heart.
From Bill's perspective, he said that he's the beneficiary of partnering. I think we're all beneficiaries of partnering.
Where has partnering worked, and just how successful has it been? Texas and Arizona were the first states to give partnering a try. In the case of the Lone Star State, the Department of Transportation instituted partnering in 1991. In just 3 years, the number of claims and dollar value had dropped from nearly 40, totaling $24.5 million, to only 5, for under $1 million.
And not one partnering project in our state, and if I'm correct, not one in the state of Arizona, which is another big user of this, have had any litigation on a partnered project.
City and state governments are institutions traditionally not open to innovation, but they have seen the value of partnering firsthand.
The finishing of the projects earlier means that much less time that we have to have our people and our equipment on the project, and so there is a great savings to us in that respect, in addition to the public getting the job ahead of time.
There's nothing partnering can do to change the system. It can change the people who work the system, and that's where government becomes the largest market and the biggest beneficiary of partnering.
This city's sewage treatment plant in Hawaii is way ahead of schedule because of the cooperative attitude fostered by partnering.
Every week I drive out at Waianae, and it seems like every week that treatment plant is going up faster and faster and faster. And we're over 60% complete, and we're 40% through the construction period. So it's a very impressive schedule.
The stakes are usually very high. Without partnering, there's really no good mechanism for the parties to resolve their disputes.
Litigation costs are among the highest expenses incurred in big construction projects. Some estimates place them as high as 25% of the total budget. Not to mention the hidden costs and lost man-hours, time spent researching and recovering documents, giving depositions, and so on.
When they have a major dispute that ends up in arbitration or litigation, even if you're right, whether you're representing the owner or the contractor or the designer, even if you're right and you go to court or you go to arbitration, the winner still doesn't win because it's so expensive to prove that you're right.
A strategy like partnering will not necessarily guarantee elimination of that kind of litigation, but in large part will prevent it.
For the last 4 years, the partnering projects that I've looked at in the mainland and in the state of Hawaii, I'm not aware of any that are in litigation.
That's not to say that it won't happen, but the insurance policy, so to speak, is well worth the investment in the very beginning of the project.
It's been worth every bit of the money and energy we've put into it. In fact, I don't think it's cost us. I think it has saved us money.
Partnering not only can work, it does work. Put it to work for you.